conversation yesterday with Moses Enewale, CEO of Top Shop. All right, so our next conversation now. For decades, tax administration was largely reactive, built around manual filings, enforcement, audits, and compliance checks after transactions had already taken place. But as governments embrace digital infrastructure, data integration, and real-time payments technology, that model may be changing fundamentally. Let's unpack that now. Joining me for this conversation, Adedayo Adejokun. She's the Deputy General Manager, Federal Government Business Partnerships at eTransact. Great to have you on the show.
Hi, Ladi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good conversation all the way.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So definitely everybody's thinking about tax right now. Employees, business owners, everybody's trying to figure out where they stand, at this point. But before now, it was after the fact, that government would, have to take stock of, what's been gone into the business and come out and all of that. What are you declaring, as revenue, tax, and all of that? But now we're seeing technology is shifting that already. What are you seeing so far? What are you expecting?
Interesting. I would say the journey for the movement to digitization started quite a while back, as far back as, I think, 2028, where the VAT automation project was taken on.
2018?
Yeah, 2018,
yeah.
rather, 2018, where the VAT automation project had kicked off with the NRS, then FIRS. And that, for me, I believe, provided a foundation for, where we are now with the invoicing project of the NRS. The VAT automation project provided us as eTransact, because as eTransact, we're end-to-end solution providers for government, for digitization, and we have the opportunity to drive the VAT automation project, specifically for the banking sector. And that allowed us to gain access to data and transmit such data through APIs to the NRS to be able to get, visibility into transactions that happen within, the financial service ecosystem at that time. And that's still, moved, and that's morphed now into what we have as the e-invoicing initiative of the NRS. Now, digitization along taxes is very critical if we want to move to really a $1 trillion economy, as the NRS has said. And moving from that is also handling things around reactive to predictive taxation, because data, it has to be layered on data. And for data to be accessed, you need to digitize such platform. And that is where digital infrastructure plays a very critical role. And the invoicing is moving in that direction. It rolled out since last year, August, and eTransact a very critical part in that, doing both system integration for businesses and access point provider. And I must commend the NRS for taking a PPP approach to this, because they're active private sector players. Government can't build everything, and that is relying on, infrastructure built by the private sector,
right,
deployed by active players like eTransact in such a fold, would enable, a system to move from being reactive, where the taxpayers are declaring what they want, to now allowing the regulators see the economy as it is, really. Yeah.
Right. So, definitely, I love the energy for digitizing, collection, tax collection, and all of that. But sometimes I just think to myself, in my head, I say, I would like to also see that same energy, digitizing government spending. The same energy we use for collection, we use that, we digitize accountability. I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping somebody comes up with that kind of technology. But do you think we're entering a stage where we're having truly intelligent, tax systems in Nigeria?
Very great question. Intelligent tax system, definitely, we're on the journey. And if we talk about tax administration 3.0, it's a global movement. And building for a global stage is where Nigeria is at the moment. It's a journey, and I believe that we're on the right path as a nation. So intelligent system, intelligent taxation is where we must go. We have a tax target of 40.7 trillion or so for 2026. Yes,
Yeah,
for
over 40
2026.
trillion, right.
Yes, moving from 28
That's
trillion.
double.
That is about 40-something%. And that requires a lot. That's almost double, like you said. So, and it's not going to happen by itself. It will happen through digital infrastructure and intelligence. So layering on top of, systems like the invoicing platform, where businesses integrate via system integrators to provide invoice data, transaction data as they occur, real time, or, periodically through to the NRS to report such transaction, would enable for you to now not establishing a liability after the fact. It is, of course, seeing that you have already, established you've seen in real time what your tax obligation will be, and then you can then complete such process.
Do you think SMEs and individuals should be afraid of digitized tax systems?
Not at all. Not at all. I believe that it's really going to help a lot, because digitization is of necessity in Nigeria, in the Nigeria that we have today, and in the world as it evolves. So SMEs shouldn't be. The drive for SME implementation is commenced, I think, since April, where the drive for the invoicing move for SMEs is commenced. And there's so many options available, from which we even offer the market as a service provider to the NRS. Options to integrate directly through even your Excel system or your POS system. So as transactions occur, you do not have to worry. It's often said digital first. So it's plugging into natural systems. It's not like you're now coming back to come and file, go to a system, log on and do all that. No. As you do your transactions, it happens throughly. So it's not like you're getting out of a fold.
Digitization of the system also helps us get tax refunds.
I'm sure that conversation is part of what is on the table. With building there's also the recent launch of the Rev 360. With building a 360-degree system that allows access and accountability on both sides of the divide, as a taxpayer and as government, and even us as the critical, partners to the government on this, that enables a lot of accountability on both sides, because you have visibility into what you have presented to the government. Government has the same, and then you are able to question and ask some of those things. So definitely, I'm sure that conversation around refund and the rest will be a major feature as we journey on.
Definitely a conversation we're going to keep having, going forward. I've run out of time at this point, but I will definitely have you back again to drill down on this technology. I love the energy for tax collection. I want to see that for tax administration.
Don't worry.
Too. Digitized. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Adedayo Adejokun is the Deputy General Manager, Federal Government Business Partnerships at eTransact.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
It's been an honor. Thank you. Yes.
All right.